I have two young men in the back. I would like them to come forward, and I have a special guest named Zoe. Give it up for Zoe, everybody.
All right.
Come on, Zoe.
Go, baby.
Where did you and Mommy?
This is going to be your professional improv. And you know, people are so afraid to do it with children. But you know what? I have this special thing. All my children are grown. So come here, Zoe. You know, we forgot the music. We got to play the music for Zoe, okay? But my son gave me we went out somewhere, and one of his friends came and gave me a sticker. And the sticker said MILF. Now, I'm hard of hearing, and I think that said milk. He said, no, that wasn't milk, that was MILF. Okay? So now all of you adults that know that can go right over the kids' heads. Okay? So Zoe, come here, honey. So after becoming a MILF and raising the children, I'm known as Grams Yogi. That's Girls, Giggles, and Grams, because if you're on Instagram, I thought they would give me one. All right, we're in California. Y'all know what that means, right? So what do you call a fly that's high on marijuana?
What?
You call them a high flyer. So, you know, it's called wake and bake, wake and bake. So I got this nickname called Yogi. You know, come over here and have a cup of tea with Grams Yogi? Come on. Here, let's see if their parents taught her right not to take candy from a stranger.
Good luck with that.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. She took the candy from a stranger. Well, I'm not a stranger. We were dancing together earlier. She's got conditions, you know. So after becoming Grams Yogi, my children started realizing that we were living here in California where cannabis is legal. So one day their friends came over and they said to me, they said, hey mom, is that canna safe or canna not? So I said, it's canna not. So the children said, what do you mean is canna safe or canna not? They said, you heard of CBD and THC? My mom bakes with both, so you better check the cookie jar for canna safe. So we were thinking the other day as I was reading stories to my grandchildren, and I looked at the titles of Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss wrote a book that was called Wacky Wednesdays. Okay, we all know that Dr. Seuss must have been smoking, toking, or something, because who names a book Wacky Wednesday? Come here, son. Can you help me read this book? Grams Yogi's calling you. Come here. Come here. Come on down the road. All right, there goes your music career. All right, so on the first page of Dr. Seuss' Wacky Wednesday, why does the kid wake up with a shoe on his wall and on the ceiling? Okay. Yeah, Dr. Seuss. Your parents read Dr. Seuss to you, don't they? Tell them. Yeah? She knows all about that. Okay? So when you wake up, and you tell mommy and daddy, yeah, Grams Yogi, when you come over to babysit me, and you say one of Bernie Mac's favorite things, I want some milk and cookies, okay? Make sure it's not at midnight when you ask your parents for milk and cookies, all right? Because the kids start figuring out how they're gonna boss you around. What you want in there? We see some cookies. You want what? Okay, you want that? All right, see what happens when you babysit the grandkids? We give them treats. But remember, they'll be kind of safe, okay? All right? I just love that this is total. Thank you. She gave me my cup of tea back, okay? So let's talk about something. Marijuana. Cannabis in California. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. And after coming back here to the United States, let me tell you how I left. Who has a temper tantrum at their parents and leave for the service on a Wednesday? I did. You don't throw temper tantrums like that, children. Okay? That was nuts. Because when I got there, the first thing they asked me to do was sign a waiver to never again do drugs. I told them I had never done drugs before. That had never happened. So they asked me, would I sign this waiver that said I wouldn't do any marijuana and cannabis? And I said, that's not a drug. That's food that we eat and use in our everyday thing. They said, what you mean? So I called my father and I said, Dad, they keep telling me they want me to sign a waiver to never do cannabis. He said, the greens in the yard? I said, yeah, the greens in the yard. He said, oh, those just weeds. I said, I tried to tell them the collard greens are weeds. He said, they weren't talking about those, honey. I said, what are they talking about? He said, that Granddaddy Purple and that Yogi Diesel you got named after. Yeah. You want some more candy? Here, how about a keychain to Round One USA Entertainment, where children bowl for free. That was an endorsement. There you go. See, I love coming to the venues that host us and give us these open mics. They're wonderful. Our boutique, Powerhouse Bistro, Stretch, for Scotty's. And what is brave about California, oh, now you want the bowling ball? Okay. Is that you bring your children out in the evening with you. Well, that goes along with, look how, she's so properly trained. Look at this. I think she's one of mine. She put the cap back on. Give her a hand. Well, look at my lovely assistant here. Okay? The darndest things that children say are wonderful. My daughter told me after she delivered my first granddaughter, she told me I belong in a museum because I know what an 8-track tape is. I use the Walkman, and also I know what a black and white TV is when you turn the knobs. So I guess all of us in here are going to be in museums soon, and we're going to have archaeologists digging us up and calling us King Tut, King Hut, King what? Okay? Because we're all going to be fossils, and we're just not safe being buried anymore. So I decided instead of being buried when I die, I want to become a tree. And I don't mean a palm tree, I don't mean a magnolia tree, and I don't mean an oak tree. What kind of tree should I be, Zoe? Yogi Diesel, she said. So that means if you can roll it, you can smoke it, you can toke it, it's going to be good for you. It cures cancer, my father told me, and dementia. I guess that's why he's always hungry. He's 82 years old. He's talking about he's fat and they make clothes smaller in California. Daddy, you got the munchies. All right? So now, what we got here? All right, we got something else here? Well, we were at the art boutique, and since my name is Yogi and I have a picnic basket here, I have to give out some bribery so that you can keep the rangers away. So here's one for you, and here's one for you, and that's what Oprah says, check under your chair, and that's for you. We're not going to tell what that is, are we, parents? Because I'm going to let them know, just like I told my daughter, and I'm going to leave with this one, and this one you can test all your children and grandchildren with to find out if they're sexually active. I told my daughter, she made me mad one day telling me I need to be in a museum, and I told her, I said, you know what? I carefully planted you in my belly, okay? Get in my belly, because I could have spit or swallowed you. That way, when she didn't react, I knew she wasn't active. All right, I'm gonna leave you with that one. Good night.